Well, buen camino. I am in Portomarin, or I think it's Portomarin, like Portomarin of Galicia. And it's early morning and I'm trying to get a good start on the day. There are some rumors of rain, which may have been past. I think I might have sort of outrun the storm, which I'm crossing my fingers, because there's just no fun when you're stuck walking in the rain. So yeah, heading towards the way, going through the little town. The town was cute. I didn't get a chance to go to the cathedral. They had closed it for whatever reasons, and I was just too tired to try to figure out when it was going to open. And I'm leaving before it's actually opening, so I'm not going to get a chance to get my passport stamp there, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm sort of running out of space in my passport book anyway. I've got to sort of be selective of what stamps are going to go on it, or else I'm going to have to go over into another book, and I don't want to do that. So had a very interesting day. One of our clan of the Coke gang's mom is here, and so it was very interesting to see their reunion. We all sort of thought it was one of the most joyful, tearful things. She was looking for her mom, and Jade suggested to her, just scream mom, because she couldn't find her in the town. So she screams, mom! And then we hear some noise in the background, and it's like somehow mom and daughter through this entire town met each other through screaming as loud as they could, and then they ran to each other. It was like a very tearful reunion. Obviously they hadn't seen each other in a very long time. It was very beautiful. So her mom's here on a tour of the Camino. I guess they go from town to town through bus, or they can walk, or sort of choose how they want to do it. And so it's sort of cool. It's sort of neat to see different people doing it different ways. This morning I've noticed a lot of new faces. A lot of the people on the Camino are just starting, like this is day 2. So there's a very different energy in the air. You go to the little cafe where I had coffee this morning, and it's very loud, very excited. So not so bad at all. So I'm I don't know, I'm trying to walk the last bit of my journey alone. I think I need some serious one-on-one time with the man upstairs, and so that's what I'm doing. And I will report back later if I've got anything cool to report. I don't know how today's hike is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be difficult or not. This is sort of beautiful. I don't know if this is going to show up. There's like, a lake out here. It's a pretty big lake. And I sort of wish, I would get to some of these towns with some more energy, because you get here and you don't have hardly any energy to go tour or see. It's almost like you got to slow down and really spend more time. You're so concerned after you get to a place because your feet are hurting, you just want to shower because you're just dirty and sweaty. Sometimes you want to take a nap because you're exhausted, but I don't know. It's sort of like you're missing a lot of cool stuff. I sort of get cathedraled out. It seems like every town has a cathedral and everybody makes that like a point of interest. But I'm sort of interested in stuff like this, like a lake. Like checking out a boat or going swimming, I think that would be part of a nice experience. So I'm about to boogie. I'm going to walk. So I will catch with you later. All right, I'm maybe 2 kilometers out of Portomarin, or Portomarina. I'm hearing some odd noises like gunshots, maybe hunting. It almost sounds like hunting dogs. I didn't know they'd do that in this part of the world. I was sort of reflecting on what I guess I'd call a disturbing change in the spirit of the Camino. I've noticed that ever since I hit Seria, I guess the biggest change is in the actual people doing the Camino. From St. Jean pretty much all the way to Pamplona, I don't think I saw a single piece of litter. I never saw a cigarette butt or a bubblegum wrapper or anything on the trail. It's like everyone really respected the land. They didn't want to leave a footprint behind. They didn't want to leave any kind of garbage. And there was also a certain, like a degree of just being helpful. Like if you ate food, you would clean up after yourself or bring your dishes to the counter. You know, just sort of a general overall goodwill towards your fellow man. But ever since I hit Saria and I go forward, I'm sort of saddened by the change. Now I see litter everywhere. I see signs of beer and, you know, just junk. It's like people, it's like, I don't know, the Camino walker from this point out is more here for different reasons. I think they're here to party, or because it's a week-long festival where they can backpack and drink and hang out. Even just the way they are in the restaurants is sort of different. Yesterday I stopped at a cafe and this group of pilgrims, you can tell they were new, they just left this massive mess on the table. You know, just trashed the place and got up and left, and you know, that would have never happened 100 miles back. That would just not, it would have just been too rude. But here, I don't know why. It's just maybe the people that are doing it are different. They're not here really for a spiritual journey. They're here more to party or have a, you know, I guess it's just a weekend excursion. So I think that was the part that I thought saddened me the most. And just, I don't know, it's like you have to, it's like you're at an amusement park now and you're contending with people fighting for their turn in line. Whereas before, it wasn't about that at all. It was about the bigger journey. It was about a spiritual walk. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to only get worse. As I get closer to Santiago, it's just going to get bigger and bigger crowds. More and more. I mean, even last night in the albergue, they have a TV. I don't think I've seen anybody watch a TV at an albergue until last night. They were into each other. They'd have a communal meal. They'd tell each other about their lives, their stories, but it's like a whole bunch of people just have the TV on and watching really this, it's like a stupid gossip news kind of show like TMZ or one of those. It's just, I don't know. It's like families that just came here and changed their own living room to the albergue living room. It's not like they're doing anything different out here. So, I don't know. Just venting, you know. So we just stopped for a break. I met a couple of my Camino family slash crew. Well, we call each other family. It's so like we know each other really well. And the newest addition, Du Chao, the guy from China, who really doesn't speak much English, but we communicate through Spanish, is pretty cool. He got a weird feeling that he should call and confirm the reservation for the albergue. And he called and they said, oh no, your reservation was for a different day. So we got a little panicked. We had to call like a bunch of different places. And now we found an albergue which is past the city we were hoping to go to. So it's like an extra 3.5 kilometers. But it seems like these last 100 kilometers, there is really a frenzy to try to get an albergue. People will get up and they'll race thinking that if they get there first, they get a bed. And most of the municipal albergues are that way. It's like a first come, first served basis. So they try to get there by 2 o'clock when most of them open. We're trying to beat that game by calling the private ones. Private ones, they usually run around 8 to 10 euro. The municipal ones are usually 5. So for the extra 3 to 5 bucks, it's sort of, it's worth it for the peace of mind knowing that it doesn't matter what time you get in, you'll still have a bed. And I don't know, it's a whole different spirit on this Camino at the end. Everyone's, it's like a race, you know, everyone's got, it's like going to school and trying to get signed up for the classes you want when all the other people are trying to get the same classes. Sort of steals from the journey, you know what I mean? It is beautiful here though. I can see why people come just for the getaway, you know, like just for the weekend even. Families come out here. You can see a lot of families walking with very light packs. They're probably just doing a day trip or something like that nature. But yeah, so we even, just as a bit of insurance, we called ahead to the next albergue the following day to verify the reservation, and that one was still good. So interesting. So a longer hike today, but no rain, thank God. The weather sort of cleared up, blue skies, you can see that, and beautiful scenery. Just a lot more people on the Camino. When you get into the towns, all the little cafes are really crowded. Sort of like fighting room for a table, something like that. So that's all. I'll report more when I have something cool to report. Adios.